Hello guys, my name is Divesh Jadwani and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, I'm super excited to tell you that from this particular video onwards, we are starting off with a new playlist. The name of this playlist is Introduction to AI Agents. Now, if you are complete beginner into this agentic AI space, or you are just exploring AI agents, or you are a student, we have got you covered. We have designed these videos in such a way that even a 10 or a 12-year-old kid can understand these videos. So I just cannot wait to tell you what we are going to cover, and let us directly go into the agenda. So we are here and this is what our agenda looks like. We are going to pick up from the very beginning concepts, which are what are AI agents. So we'll talk about why we design AI agents and what basically are AI agents, right? Going further, we'll also talk about the famous words which are single agent and multi agents. What are these exact things? Why do we use them? What are the different use cases, right? Lastly, we are going to go ahead and understand that what are the different agentic frameworks which we require to make these AI agents, how exactly we can make these AI agents and make different use cases, or provide solutions to our clients. This is all we are going to talk about. Lastly, we are also going to talk about all the LLM providers, which means which are those organizations or which are those technologies from which we can get the large language models to make these super agentic AI use cases. So I hope you are pretty excited for this, and let us quickly start understanding what are AI agents. So let us dive into the first particular topic of our agenda, that what are AI agents, and let us go ahead and understand it. What are AI agents? For me, AI agents is just a digital human. Digital human. Why am I referring it to as digital human? Because what differs us humans from animals is our intelligence. And nowadays, these computers, when enabled with artificial intelligence technology, these computers or these programs are also intelligent. That is why I'm referring to an AI agent as a digital human. All right, so let us have a quick comparison of what I am trying to explain you guys. Let me go here and check this out. See this. If I talk about artificial intelligence and human intelligence, so we are talking about both are intelligent. Intelligent means something which is which can understand the environment, right? We are humans, we are able to see our environments, we are able to act in our environments. For example, if you are walking, someone is walking straight in front of you, you saw that person, you thought, what can I do? You thought that I will move left and I will walk and things are pretty nice, like that. So you were intelligent enough to find your own way or to solve your problem in a very small nutshell. Even though if you are driving, let us take example of driving. When you are driving a vehicle, you are driving it very fast. If you see there are some trucks in front of you, you will slow down and you will change your direction either to the left or either to the right so that you are safe. What did you do? You are intelligent enough to keep yourself safe, right? So this is what human intelligence is. Now artificial intelligence is somewhere same as well. It is just inside a computer. All right, so that is why we are referring it to as digital human. Programs are intelligent, but digitally. We are using this intelligence digitally is the whole purpose of understanding. Okay, so let us go down. Now, how are they intelligent? How are these thinking and how are they able to solve problems digitally, virtually? So AI agents are enabled with something called as brain. These guys also have brain. We are intelligent because we have a brain. These are also intelligent because they have a brain. What is this brain called? This brain is called a large language model. What is a large language model? An AI model which is very large, which means it is trained on huge amounts of data. That is why it is large. And M for model because it is a AI model which is being programmed. And the middle letter is language. So large we know, huge amounts of data. M means model, AI model. L for language, which means an AI model which understands human languages. And with the invention of this, things became very easy. You all remember the initial periods when ChatGPT was launched. We were using it so heavily. We were so happy that, oh, give it a text and it will generate an email, it will generate a poem, it will generate reply. I don't know what not people were doing with it, right? So, how was it happening? There was a model which was understanding our language and it was generating something for us. That is what is large language model. Some examples of large language models is OpenAI, your famous chat GPT, Claude made by Anthropic, and Gemini made by Google. This Grok we will talk about later, but these are the latest global market leaders whose large language models we are using every day in our day-to-day lives. I am pretty sure that everyone has used some one of these once in their lifetime. All right, now let us talk more about this interesting stuff. These AI agents have three things. First, we spoke about brain. They have brain. Why does an AI agent need a brain? Why does this digital human need a brain? So that it can do something, right? Given a user query or given a user question, write me a poem about agentic AI. So to write a poem about agentic AI, it should know what is a poem and what is agentic AI and how poem is written. So it is intelligent enough to know how poems are written. It needs a brain to think and to give a response to the user. Apart from this, it also has a memory. Now, what is memory? Memory is, for example, conversational memory. Okay, there are different types of memory. For very simple cases, we will talk about conversational memory. Now, I am talking from such a long time. I'm speaking a sentence after the sentence, and if I ask you a question, you will also reply, right? So, what is happening? We are into a conversation. I said hi, you said tell me about this. I gave you the response, and then you asked me a follow up question. So when you ask me a follow-up question about something, for example, I tell you this is agentic AI and this is digital human. You will ask me what is a digital human? And then I will give you some response that digital human has three things: brain, tools, memory. And if you ask me a follow-up question, what is a memory? Then I should know that the kind of memory you are talking about is with respect to digital human. So the conversation should be maintained. The agent should know what conversation I'm getting into, and responses should be given properly. So that is why we need a memory. Memory and brain are two different things. Okay, there is a very famous quote which I've said multiple times before. Your brain is for doing things and not storing things. All right. So brain and memory are two different parts. Now the third thing which they have is tools. What is a tool? Tool is an external functionality which we give to our AI agents. All right. Now what do I mean by that? For example, if I tell you that hey, in your brain calculate 98 into 25 without using anything in your brain, you will sit for a minute, you will think that this you will do some math in your head and you will come up with the response which will be absolutely correct. Why? Because you have a brain. But on the similar page, if you and some person are sitting together, both of you are sitting together, one is using the brain and one is using a calculator. So what the other person did, he just used a tool to put some numbers and he got a response before the other person. Why? Because the other person was using the brain and the second person used the brain as well, but to use a tool. And the tool gave a faster response than some other brain. All right. So tool is nothing but a external functionality. If we talk about the private assistant, so private assistant is searching the web entirely, like I was mentioning. The entire web search it is doing on my behalf. So how it is doing that web search? I have given some external functionality to search on the Google. Even though if we want latest information for anything, right? The information we have in our brain is old. For new information, we always search on Google. So, Google is again a tool for us. Your mobile phone, everything that you use in your day to day life is a tool for you. Even a speaker, Bluetooth speaker, is a tool for you. So, you can create voices with your mouth. You can sing with your mouth, but you cannot sing 1,000 times, right? So for that we have a tool mobile in which you can play songs, right? So these are the three things which I'm comparing an AI agent, which means a digital human, with a real human. All right, and humans also have these three things: brain, memory, and tools. Digital humans also have these three things: brain, memory, and tools. So this is what AI agents is in a very nutshell. These were AI agents. All right. If we go ahead and talk more interesting things about it, so we have two kind of AI agents. This is where things are taking a good turn. We have two kind of AI agents. First type of AI agents is single agents. Single agents. And other type of AI agents is multi agents. Okay, we'll talk about these agents, right? Before this, I would like to give you an example of AI agent so that things will be very clear in front of you. See, very simple example of an AI agent is, the most simplest example is your chatbot assistant. Chatbot assistant, right? This is one of the example. Secondly, we have website creators. So you might have seen a website creator where you give a prompt that, hey, my name is this and that. I want to create a website for my shopping store. I have a grocery store. Create a website for me, and a website will be created by AI, right? Website creator, research agents, right? Your AI agents which will search research paper for you. From this, what we are understanding? We are understanding that we are programming these AI agents for a specific task. All right, now things will start to make sense. If you talk about an AI agent and if you talk about a human agent, let us first talk about an human agent. Every human in this world is living with a purpose. I am a mentor. A salesperson will be a sales will whose purpose is to make sales, right? My task is to teach you. I will not sell anything or I will not do anything else. Similarly, a salesperson, he will not talk about teaching. He will do only the sales. If we have a car repair person, the garage guy, his job will only be to fix the car and the automobiles. His part will not be selling the car or teaching how cars are made, right? So every purpose has a human and every purpose is doing some task. Now similarly, an AI agent, we make these AI agents to solve a specific task. For example, if I'm talking about a chatbot, I will make this chatbot for my own website, right? I will give you an example very soon. And if we talk about this website creator, I have made a AI agent whose only task is to create a website and not anything else. Similarly, an AI agent for research papers. The only task of this AI researcher is to research for new research papers and not do anything else, not teaching, not creating content, writing poems. So I hope things are very clear. AI agents are coming into existence to solve a specific task. Very simple, right? So if I give you a very nice example right here, HR policy assistant. This is an AI agent, right? What are we understanding from AI agents? AI agents are designed for a specific task, right? We have programmed them to do this task. All right, just how we humans apply for one job, AI agents are also designed for a job. All right, so what is the task of this AI agent? HR policy assistant. Now this the task of this HR policy assistant is to give customer assistant or customer support to the people asking questions. So let us imagine we have an organization. In this organization, multiple employees are working. Now, every time these employees are calling this HR person that, hey, tell me how many holidays we have, tell me about this policy, tell me about that policy. So, the HR's time is being wasted somewhere. Every time this HR has to answer the calls and, give the response. Right. Now, what we did was we made a solution for this HR person. We said that, hey, give us all of your documents at once. and we will make a AI agent who will understand all these documents and give the response. All right, let me make it simpler for you. See, so we have this HR person. HR has multiple jobs to do, job 1, job 2, job 3, right? And we have employees in an organization. Now, what these employees are always doing, these employees, every time these employees want to take a new step, for example, annual leave policy. Employees don't remember the leave kind of policies, so they have to talk to HR. They don't remember the code of conduct. They have to talk to HR. Always they are calling the HR. Even though HR has told them multiple times, they are calling the HR. Now this is a problem. HR is getting really fed up. So what HR thought is, if we talk about a human scenario, how a human agent will solve it. HR thought that, hey, I will hire a customer care person or an employee care person. Now this person will have one task only. This person will we will give this person a list of HR documents, HR policy documents. This person will keep it handy, and every time an employee gives a call, this person will give the response that, hey, these are the policies. So HR's time will be saved. So to save the HR's time, we hired a person. Now what happened is, this person was charging us too much. This person was charging us 40,000 per month. And the company was thinking that we are, utilizing 40,000 for just only picking up the calls. Do we have a cheaper solution? So we have a cheaper solution. Instead of this, we can make an AI agent. Just how a human is kept for a specific task, AI agent is also designed for a specific task. Now the same job which this human was doing, AI agent will do it. To this AI agent also, we will give all these documents. Hey, keep all these documents handy. Whenever an employee calls or gives you a message, give the response to this employee. All right, let us see this in action, and then AI agents will be completely clear. So let me go here. Check this out. These are some company documents. Annual leave and time policy. See, vacation days, 15 paid vacation days, right? Let us check benefits and compensation. So Acme Crop is the name of the organization. Benchmark salaries at 65th percentile of market rates for equivalent roles. So health insurance, how will you, how much health insurance plans you will get from the organization. So these are things that are taken care by HR, and HR is not there to always answer our calls. HR has bigger things to do, right? So we have made an assistant for that. Let us talk to our assistant. Okay, let us ask a simple question to our assistant. If I ask, tell me about the leave policy, how many sick leaves I can take. So see what kind of reply it will give us. According to our policy, 10 paid sick leaves per calendar year. See? So how was this response generated? This response was not generated from the brain of our AI. This response was generated from these documents. Okay, and what is the proof? So it has given us the proof that, hey, I referred to these documents and I got to know from this documents, this page number, that sick leave is only for 10 days. All right. Similarly, how we would ask a question, how are you saying that 10 days only? Where is it written? So it will tell that, hey, read the policies, page number 10, etc., etc. Similarly, this is also telling us that, hey, this is where it is written, right? So I hope you are understanding what is an AI agent now, designed for a specific task. So those were AI agents in a very simple language, and I hope you really like the explanation. Now we are going to proceed ahead with understanding the difference between single agent and multiple AI agents with a very simple and interesting example. Previously, we understood what are AI agents. Now we will go ahead and talk about the type of AI agents. This is very interesting. I really love this part. So let me tell you about this part as well. See, AI agents, we know an AI agent has three things: brain, memory, and tool. Now we have types of AI agents. We have single AI agents and we have multi AI agents. Now, single AI agents, we know, designed for one task. And one AI agent will have these three things. And this is a single AI agent which we were talking about. Now, when we talk about multi-AI agents, so in this scenario, we are using multiple AI agents to solve one big problem. All right. So these are three AI agents, and all these AI agents will have brain memory tool, brain memory tool, and brain memory tool. Right. Now, what is a beautiful example of this multi-agent workflow? See, let us talk about a pharmaceutical use case. Okay, pharma use case. Let me erase this. A single agent has brain memory tool, and when we talk about multiple AI agents, all these agents will have their own memory, own tools, and own brain. Okay, so brains can also be different. One is using OpenAI brain, one is using Gemini brain, one is using Claude brain, depending upon the task we have given. So let us talk about this pharma company. Let us talk about a pharmaceutical use case. Very interesting, you will love it. In this pharmaceutical use case, let us say we have a CEO of this organization. CEO. We can call it CEO AI agent. Now, what is the task of the CEO AI agents? To bring up clients, to have conversation with clients, to get new orders for the company. So let us say the CEO, the task was CEO was to get new orders, and CEO got a new order that, hey, we have to develop a new medicine to solve some infection virus. Okay, some viral infection we want to solve, and we have got a new client who wants to develop a new medicine for solving viral infection, viral fever which we get. So this CEO has multiple people under him, right? So we can do something like this. One, he has a research team, so we can call it a research agent. And one, it has a developing team, which means a team of scientists who develop on the basis of research, that this is what we research and now we will make medicines. So to make medicines a different team, to research about these medicines a different team. All right, now this research agent, what research agent will do? Research agent will check entirely on the web for research papers, for new research, latest research, what all things are happened. And scientists, what these will do, they will receive some instructions from these research people, and these instructions will be passed to them and they will make it. All right, so I hope you are understanding. His task was to get orders, he got it. So the big task, this AI agent's task was to only search for research papers. He will not make the medicines, not bring clients. And this task of this scientist was to make the medicines, not research, not anything about it, right? And now these can have their own teams. These can be further, expanded in this particular manner. Own AI agents, own memory, own brain, own tools. All right. Now, if we talk about another question, that now this CEO has received a new requirement. This CEO has received a script of tasks that, hey, these are all the materials, go ahead and directly make the medicines. We have done our research, we don't need your research team, cut down the costs. Okay, so some client already got the already has completed the research and they directly want to make this, manufacture this. Now this time when the CEO receives this new task, CEO will not send this task to research team. CEO will directly send this task to the scientist team, and scientists will directly make it and give it back to the CEO, right? So this is multi-agent workflow where multiple AI agents are working to solve one big task. Everyone has their own task. We are not changing the meaning of AI agent. He has his own purpose. He has its own purpose. He also has its own purpose. The only thing which is changed is all of them are working on one big purpose individually, right? So this is single AI agent and multi-AI agent. Single AI agent is just called single AI agent, and this multi-AI agent, when we are programming the behavior of AI agents, is called agentic AI systems. That is what it is, agentic AI systems. Now, what exactly makes these AI agents agentic? Okay, this is the question. What exactly makes these AI agents agentic? See, let me write it here. An AI is agentic when there is a behavior involved. When there is a behavior involved in solving a task. All right, you will understand this very nicely in the upcoming modules, but for now, whenever there is a behavior involved, what was the behavior we just saw? The behavior we saw was this CEO was deciding, this CEO was reasoning, or he was thinking that, hey, I have got a new task of directly making the medicines. I don't need my research team. Although it has a research team and it has a team of scientists, right? But when the task is directly to make or manufacture the medicines, the CEO thought that, hey, the CEO reasoned, right? And it took a decision that, hey, I will give this task to the team of my scientists. When the scientists finish their task of manufacturing, they will give this task back to the CEO. So you are able to see some behavior in this, right? Now, if we talk about AI agents, we were just talking about one tool, calculator, but they can have a list of tools. They can even web search. They can even search in a database, just how this policy agent was doing it. It was searching in a database and giving us the answers, right? They can also do some custom task, right? We know robotics is a very famous market going on. In robotics also we can program, right? For robotic behaviors. So we have seen that cooking robots, right? Cooking robots, table tennis robot, right? So what is happening? They have a main brain, and the brain is triggering the hand to play table tennis, right? So how is this happening? There is a behavior involved based on thinking, and this is what agentic AI is, right? When it is using multiple tools and it is trying to take an action either virtually, right, or either in the physical world if we are talking about robotics. So this is what agentic AI is all about. So my friends, now you clearly know the difference between single AI agents and multiple AI agents. Moving forward, we are going to talk about various frameworks involved in making these agentic AI solutions, which to use when, what are the different technologies which we can leverage to make these agentic AI systems is what we will talk about. Like we know, AI agents can be made in two ways: programming, coding ways, and no code tools. So we'll talk about all of them, right? And we'll also talk about how to, choose which tool to use. Now, when I talk about the tools, the first tool and the most famous tool which is going on in the industry is LangGraph, LangChain, and LangGraph. This is the tool. All right. I will talk about this tool. Another tool which we have is AutoGen. Okay. The third tool we have is CrewAI. Fourth one we have is Agno. Okay. This one is called Pydantic AI. For now, I'm just giving you a quick go through, icons. This is semantic kernel. This is NA10. This is LlamaIndex. Now, all the tools have their own specialty, their own purpose and everything. So we'll talk about all of them one by one. And how to check these websites. So every time we talk about a tool, what we are going to do is we are going to go and visit their website. The first thing which we spoke about was LangChain. Okay. So I can just simply go to langchain.com, and this is your task as well. Every time you are checking out any new framework, we call this as a framework to make AI agents. You are always supposed to go and check the website because website is the truth. Okay. And in this website, you can read about them, what they do, and how to program them and everything. I'm just giving you a brief overview. So see, LangChain, LangGraph, deep agents, what is evaluation, what is observability, right? Deployment, sandboxes, what are all these things? So the best way to know about all of these things is literally click and read something about it, right? How they work, why do we need them, what is this human in the loop, right? So when AI agents are working on a specific task and we want them to, not directly implement, ask us before implementation. For example, your Google Mail agents, right? You might have used Google Notebook LM. Someone might have used this. So every time you will be using this Google Notebook LM, Google will type a mail on your behalf and it will keep it in the draft. It will just ask for approval. Should I send it? Then it will send your mail, right? So all those things, human in the loop, right? And how to program it. Every framework we will visit, I will show you. Every framework we will visit will have something called as documentation. Always go to documentation. See, documentation is the only truth. This is the code for future. All right. So if I go here, in the documentation, there will tell you everything that you have to do. If we go to build, what do you want to build? Let us say you want to build deep agents. See, it will start from the very basics. What are deep agents? Why do we make them? What do they do? How to quick start? What are the codes? Don't worry if these all are jargons. Of course, they will be. But I'm just showing you that everything that you want to do is right there on the websites. Everything that we will be studying in the coming days will be right there on the website itself. All right. Now, when to use this LangChain and LangGraph? When you want to have a very precise agentic behavior, when you want to control that agentic behavior, that is when you use the LangChain and LangGraph framework. And that is why it is the most famous framework currently going on in the market, because every small details on a very modular level you can control while making your AI agents. And this is LangChain. So we'll just have a go through all the frameworks, and in the coming days we'll also make it. But for now, let us go through. So this was the first framework, LangChain and LangGraph. Let us talk about another framework, which is AutoGen. Now, AutoGen is made by Microsoft. I can just simply search AutoGen. You will see everything in common. AutoGen. I'll open this AutoGen. So how it was is, earlier Microsoft, this is an interesting story which you guys should know. Earlier Microsoft had their own framework. Microsoft AI agents. Let us say Microsoft was having a team of AutoGen. Okay. What is AutoGen? AutoGen is a way to make AI agents, just how LangChain was, right? So similarly, let us say some brand Myntra, okay, some organization Myntra comes up with blue jeans. Okay. On Amazon as well, we can have blue jeans, right? On Meesho, on any other platform, we will have blue jeans and the similar kind of jeans. What do we understand from this? Blue jeans is available on all global market leaders. Similarly, to make AI agents, all the global market leaders are providing their own service, that hey, use our service, use our service. So similarly, LangChain was one by the LangChain organization. Similarly, AutoGen is one from Microsoft organization. So what happened is, when Microsoft was developing this AutoGen, their internal team, due to some internal discussions, they broke up. And when they broke up, two different frameworks were launched. One was AG2 and one was AutoGen itself, right? So AG2 is being taken care by some other organization now. They are separate from Microsoft, and AutoGen is being continued by Microsoft itself. All right, so I'm showing you this AutoGen. AG2 also I will show you. Let us go here. See, AutoGen. We are on the page of AutoGen. And see, here also you have get started. Let us click get started. They're giving you everything that you want to know. Everything will be explained on the website itself. Everything that you are curious about, anything that you want to see how to install and everything, you will get it. See, this is one line of Python code how to install AutoGen. The whole purpose I'm telling you about this is, understand one point. Anything that you want to study will be present on the specific website. And you just have to know the AI agent concepts, how AI agents are made, why, and what kind of thing you have to make. Rest, using any of these is not a problem. I hope you get it. Using any of these anytime is not a problem, even if you haven't used it once in your life. The main thing you have to understand is how to make AI agents. If you know how to make AI agents, you can make it using any of these frameworks. So this is AutoGen. You can read about this. What is agent chat? Why do we need agent chat? Right? And let us also see AG2. See, if I show you AG2, again, what was written on AutoGen? I forgot to show you this. A framework for building AI agents and applications. Right? Now, AutoGen is very famous because in AutoGen is designed for making multi-AI agents. What was the specialty of LangChain and LangGraph? We can control small parts of AI agents. What is the specialty of AutoGen? AutoGen shines when we want to make multi-AI agents, multiple AI agents together. That is where AutoGen shines. We can talk about AG2. See, build, orchestrate, evolve system as AI agents, your AI workforce. So this is also for making multiple AI agents in your own way, right? So you can read about this website as well, that what is AG2, open source framework. Okay, you can contribute and everything. You can read about this as well, right? Let us talk about CrewAI. CrewAI is also used to make multiple AI agents. So all of them have their own functionality. CrewAI gives you ready to use tools and directly make your multi-AI agents. In AutoGen and LangChain, you will have to program small things, right? In AutoGen also you can control AI agents on a smaller level. In CrewAI, you cannot control them on a very smaller level. You can control them on a high level. You can just design them for this task, that task, and directly they will run. And you have to give them tools. So CrewAI is a straightforward framework to go ahead and make AI agents with less efforts. All right, here you will require some engineering efforts. Here with less efforts of programming, you can make your AI agents, right? So let me go to CrewAI. See, if I open CrewAI, this is the CrewAI that accelerates agent adoption from discovering what to automate to launching your first AI agents, etc. etc. You can read about it. See, and again, this will also have something called as documentation. You can go ahead, read this documentation and see. Introduction. Let us click introduction, and on introduction it will be written that, hey, this is CrewAI, this is this is that, why CrewAI, what are crews, what is crew? From we understand, multiple peoples make up a crew. So similarly, multiple agents will make a crew, right? Similarly, we have another framework by Agno organization. Agno is a newly coming up organization, Agno. See, this is faster. This is Agno is used to make enterprise grade AI agents. They give us something called as agent OS, agent operating system. So an AI agent which sits inside your computer and controls your computer, reads your computer details and all those things. Agno. Again, this will also have something called as docs, and you can read the introduction and everything. All right. Now I will talk about all of these as well. Right. Let me talk about all of these. Then I will come to the next part. Next is Pydantic AI. When we want to make very structured AI agents, that is when we go to Pydantic AI. Right now, what do I mean by structured AI agents? See, Pydantic AI also has a nice story. Let me talk about Pydantic AI. The purpose is to make structured AI agents. Now see, Pydantic AI, earlier there was no Pydantic AI, earlier there was only Pydantic. And what was Pydantic used for? Pydantic was used for structuring and validating responses. Structuring and validation. Now, what is validation? See, if I just go ahead and log in somewhere, okay, if I go and I try this, I try to log in here. In this email, it will check for my email. If I type some email that, hey, abc dot mop, right? If I do something like this, and if I do something like this, continue, it will say that, hey, your email that you're entering is not appropriate. There is no @, there is no nothing in this. This is not correct. This is validation. Okay. And this was the use of Pydantic. This was why Pydantic was used. Okay, validation to check if you are entering your mobile number on some form. So let us say your mobile number is some 10 digits mobile number and you are entering only 4 digits. It will not accept only, it will validate that are you giving the proper information to us. So this was the whole use of Pydantic. Now what was happening is all the frameworks, LangChain, in the earlier days, let us say in the early 2024, LangChain, CrewAI, these all had come into existence. Agno is also that old, right? AutoGen. All of these people, whenever we were using this, we had to commonly use Pydantic AI. Sorry, Pydantic. Even though framework was this to make AI agents, we had to use Pydantic. Now why? Because when AI agents talk to each other, AI agents, what do they do? When we give AI agents to solve a task, this is an AI agent, this is an AI agent, and all of these will solve a task. To solve a task, these AI agents will communicate within each other. All of them will talk to each other. When it will give a task, it will literally say, hey, do this task. And even when it will talk to this, hey, do a task. So there's a conversation happening. If this agent is not clear about the task, it will ask again, hey, I'm not clear, tell me about this task. So what was happening is, when these guys were having a conversation, it was going really long sometimes. The conversations was really going long. Why? Because structured information was not being passed. Okay, let us say we have something called as travel planner agent. Now travel planner agent, this travel planner agent is designed to create travel plans. I can show you that. See, let us search something called as travel planner agents. See, travel planner, meet Leila, a trip planner. Okay, instead of this, I can just simply write trip planner AI. Check this out, AI travel planner. Okay, we can start chatting. And I can just simply say that create a plan for 6 days to Bali. Keep it high budget and relaxed. See what it will do. It will create a plan for me. See, it is giving me such good map and everything. So it is accessing the map functionality internally. So the tool is being utilized, right? Now it will find hotels for me. It will find the flights for me. It will find the places for me. And then given all that information, it will create a plan for me. Now in this, let me first show you the response and then I will talk about this. So see, whenever it is creating a plan, don't you think it is giving me such a structured information that morning, afternoon and evening you will do this. Morning, afternoon and evening you will do this. And similarly, morning, afternoon, evening you will do this, and same for all, and it is giving me good plan. Right? It is also giving me places and everything. Now, what did we observe over here? It gave me a structured plan. Structured plan is what we observed over here. Now, what was happening is, earlier when there is no Pydantic in your system, there is no validation in your system, every time this AI agent will give a response, the response will be something else. The response will be different. This time it is giving morning, evening, morning, afternoon, evening. It is properly giving these and then giving the information. But in other ways, what it can do is, hey, this is your plan. In the morning, you should go here. In the evening, you should go here. That is not so structured, right? When we want to maintain the structure of the responses so that every time the user uses it, feels the same. Everyone who uses this feels the same. We should not have different experiences for different users. That is why we needed Pydantic to pass structured information, to take structured input, to give structured output, and to not take unnecessary inputs and give unnecessary outputs, right? So the story was, everyone was using Pydantic because without Pydantic the systems were not made. So what Pydantic people thought that, hey, now let us go ahead and instead of now we know that we are famous enough. everyone is using us, we will go ahead and bring our own product of Pydantic AI. That, hey, you want to make AI agents using Pydantic? Don't go anywhere else. Use our product Pydantic AI. And that is how Pydantic AI came into existence 2 years ago in 2024. This is Pydantic AI. This is semantic kernel made by Microsoft. Okay. We forgot to check Pydantic AI. Let me show you Pydantic. Pydantic AI. See, we go to Pydantic AI. Again, we can see that there are different products of Pydantic as well. We will talk about it some other time. Pydantic AI installation. This was the introduction that Pydantic AI is a Python agent framework designed to quickly, confidently, painlessly build production grade application and workflows with generative AI. Now there is one more thing I forgot to tell. Pydantic AI is very widely used by financial institutions, because that is where they need to maintain a very strict schema, very strict information. So financial agents, the finance organizations, I can show you one of the finance organizations, Payman AI. Okay, Payman AI. Now Payman AI gives you a service where your AI agent can handle your money. Just similarly, how you can chat to your AI agent that, hey, how much balance I'm remaining with? Hey, send this much tokens or send this much dollars to this person. It also deals with our cryptocurrency. It also deals with our US dollar. So you can check this out. Check out this website. This is also amazing. And we will make a project in which, we will integrate Payman AI. It will be interesting, right? So these are all different things that people have made. This is semantic kernel made by Microsoft, right? And then we have N8N. Okay, we have N8N. I will talk about this in the end. Before this, I will talk about LlamaIndex. So LlamaIndex is used to solve your RAG kind of use cases. In the coming lectures, I'm talking about RAG. But LlamaIndex is a dedicated framework to make RAG. What is RAG? You remember we saw this document agent? This document agent which we just saw. It should be here. Sorry, I'm just searching. Yeah. See, your AI agent to be able to talk to your documents. So in order to make this, I have used LlamaIndex internally. LlamaIndex was used when we want to make such kind of use cases. So again, the purpose of understanding is every time we want to, make a use case of our AI agents, we have to choose within a list of frameworks that which of them we can use for our task. If it is a quick task, we can use CrewAI, right? If we want to make a multi-agent system, we can choose AutoGen, right? If we want to control our agentic system on a very smaller level, we should go for LangChain and LangGraph, right? If you want to make strict AI agents, very structured AI agents, uniform, disciplined AI agents, we can choose for Pydantic AI, right? And when we want to make this RAG document chatter kind of use cases, we can go for LlamaIndex. Let me show you an example of LlamaIndex. You guys will be excited for that. So it should be here. Check this out. See, these are just some random organizations which I have, fetched from Google. Novus Chat. Everyone offers us a chatbot here. See, Chat Lab. Everyone offers us a chatbot. Look at the service they are offering. AI agent for customer support and sales. They are saying that, hey, use our product, directly integrate in your application and use it for customer care. So we can chat. See, so we can say, we can talk in natural language. Tell me about your product in, French. It will tell us in French. See? And, we can do it anyway. We can also make a project on top of this. We can utilize this software in our system. We will see it. Similarly, we can see some other Novus chat action. We can chat. Who are you? It will tell us that, ask me about these things. Now, let me show you one more interesting things. These are called intelligent chatbots. Okay, chatbots also have chatbots are also of two kinds. These are intelligent chatbots. So LlamaIndex is used in this RAG kind of use cases. Lastly, we have n8n. n8n is a no-code tool when you don't want to use code and you want to make quick prototypes without code. That is when you go for n8n. Okay. Let us search n8n. See, n8n. Again, here also you can use the documentation and you can learn a lot of things about them. Okay, every answer you want to know is on the documentation. All right. Now let me give you an amazing resource for learning n8n. So I can go to YouTube. You can learn n8n in this week itself properly 100%. I can write n8n Mayank Agarwal. So he's one of my colleagues. Check this out. It's a 7-hour masterclass. In this you will learn everything that you have to learn in your n8n journey. So you can definitely check this out. An amazing resource. I have also learned from this, and it is really amazing, and you should definitely give it a shot. So these were all the AI agent frameworks which we use to create different AI agents. If we talk about how to pick the right resource, like I told you, when you want to control making your AI agents on a very smaller level, you go for LangChain, right? When you want to make multi-agentic systems, you go for AutoGen or CrewAI. When you want to make a quick prototype, you go for CrewAI, right? If you want to go for a no-code solution, you go for n8n. So these are different ways. And how will you know about these? How will you know which to choose when? When you know what that framework offers. How will you know what that framework offers? By going and reading their documentation. Okay. Every time you want to know about any kind of framework, you will always go to the documentation and read about the framework. Right? Now let me tell you one more thing. Every documentation, okay, every documentation will have a GitHub link with it. Okay. So I can just quickly go here. And when I'm on LangChain or LangGraph documentation, I can see something called as GitHub. Let me go here. When I'm on this GitHub link, I can check the repositories. And if I just check this deep agents, I can see how many stars it has. Okay. The number of stars it has defines the number of people using it, the wider community it is. Okay, see 24.9k stars. If I go to AutoGen, on AutoGen also I have a way of going to the GitHub. Let me go here. See, I'm on AutoGen GitHub, and here I can see we have 59.1k stars, which means these many people are using it. And if you'll be confused that why LangChain has lesser one, LangChain actually is the most widely used. And if you will be confused why LangChain has lesser, let me show you. I opened a new thing by LangChain. If I open the old, if I open something which is being used by a really long time, check this out. Okay, let me go here. See, 140k stars. So this is how you compare framework to framework, that how can I trust this framework, which is the most widely used by people. Check this out. It has AutoGen had 59.1k stars and LangChain had 140k stars. So we can know that, okay, many people are using this in compare with AutoGen. Similarly, if we go to CrewAI, if we go to CrewAI docs, we will see a GitHub link somewhere. We should see a GitHub link somewhere. Okay. So let me quickly search introduction. Okay. It should be somewhere. See, it is here itself. And it is saying how many stars it has. So let me go here. CrewAI also has 54k stars, right? If I go to Agno, if I go to documentation, so Agno has 40k stars. So we can compare that how many people are using, how much wider community one framework has. If I go to Pydantic, right? Let us check out Pydantic AI. So Pydantic AI will also have its GitHub somewhere. Can just check. See, Pydantic AI, if we check, Pydantic AI is used by 17.9k people. So we can know the kind of community over here, right? So I hope you are understanding. Let us take lastly the NA10. Okay. So NA10 also has its GitHub. Check out, NA10 has more than LangChain because it's a no-code tool and many people are able to adapt to NA10, right? 193k stars, more than LangChain. Even though LangChain is the widest used in production, NA10 is more. NA10 has a bigger community. This is the kind of information we understand, right? So let me give you an assignment. Let us go here and let me give you an assignment. So your assignment will be, you have to check all frameworks. All frameworks, everything which we spoke about, LangChain, AutoGen, etc. You have to just figure out which is best for what. Now you can use GPT for that, you can use any tool for that, Gemini, Claude, anything for that. You need to get all these answers. This will be a 1 hour or a lesser hour task. Which is best for what, right? You have to check all frameworks. Secondly, you have to check the community. Check how much wider community it has. So you will check the GitHub stars for that matter, right? This is your only assignment for this, that you should be able to go to each of the AI agent framework and you should be able to know which is used for what. And second assignment, find a framework which was not mentioned in my list. These are your two tasks, and it will take you less than 1 hour to complete it, and I hope you will do it. Now you absolutely know that which particular framework to go for, and I really hope that you have done your assignment. Lastly, let us go ahead now and talk about the various LLM providers. Now you know which frameworks to use, but which large language model, which brain to use for your system is that what we will talk about. So previously what we have understood that, hey, we can make AI agents. And we also know that to make these AI agents, we will have to give them a brain. Okay. What is that brain called? The brain of the AI agent is called LLM. Okay. Now brains differ from, person to person and agent to agent. For example, me being a 40-year-old person, I will have a more developed brain than someone who is 19-year-old, right? And a 19-year-old person will have the most latest kind of thinking rather than me being a 40-year-old person. So brain differs from person to person and agent to agent. Now, the better brain you want, the more you will have to pay for it. All right. So now we are talking about the brains. We are talking about the large language models. Okay. Whenever you want to make an AI agent, you will have to give it a brain. And to give it a brain, you have multiple choices that which brain we can use, which is the most smarter brain for my system, which is the best suited brain for my system. You have to literally take and configure the brain. All right. So now we are talking about it. So various kind of, what the topic we are talking about is various LLM providers, which are those market leaders which gives us to use the brains, that hey, take this brain and make a system out of it. So we have two kinds of people. One, we have APIs, and one we have open source. Open source means for free. And secondly, we have APIs, which means, let me tell you what API is. See, for API means, we all know that there is an organization, OpenAI, and they have made a GPT model 4.5. Now it is ready. It is working on their system. Okay, it is ready. What if we want to use it? Can we use it? Okay, they are already providing us to use it on their website. Okay. onto their own server. But if we want to use it, how can we use it? We can use something called as API. Okay, API stands for Application Programming Interface. So this means to use this application to make an application. For example, I want to make an AI application using this GPT 4.5. What GPT 4.5 will do is they will say that, hey, use this key ABC. Just use this password to access our system, and when you enter your password correctly, you will be able to use this 4.5 brain. This is what this is, API, which means an organization. Let us say AWS is a cloud organization. AWS also has their own AI agent. If you want to use the AI agent made by AWS, you will go ahead and pay some subscription. AWS will give you a password or a key, API key, that hey, use this API key, and once you enter this API key, you will be able to use the brain into your system, right? So a functionality is already been made. If you want to access that functionality into our application, we use something called as API, Application Programming Interface. So we want to program our application and we are using an interface from someone else. Okay. So this is what API is. You will understand better in the coming times, but let us talk about this. So API ways, right? When we talk about the free source, of course, free has its own limitations. When you want to use the free source, open source, you should have a good high power computer system. Your computer should be very powerful. You should have a good GPU, good processing power, right? And who all gives you this way of open source models, open source brain? One is Hugging Face. Okay. Hugging Face is an organization which helps you to use your use free brains. Let me search that for you. Hugging Face. Okay. See, Hugging Face, the AI community building the future. It is the biggest, most open source community. You can use any model. See, Google model, Moonshot, NVIDIA. Take this model. You can literally go here and download the model from here. See, they will have something called as weights. Somewhere they will have it. You can just literally download them and you can use it. Okay, but you should have a good computer system for that. Second one is Ollama. Okay, Ollama, amazing, best resource. I really love Ollama. So using Ollama, I had made my private agent. So let me show you Ollama. And why was I able to make it? Because I have a good computer configuration. Check this out, Ollama. Easiest way to build with open models. See, Ollama, you can check their models. It offers us a lot of models with different sizes. See, these are all the models you can explore. Okay. And how can you explore? You can just take this, copy it, read about the model, tell me about this model, and see, it will tell you about this model. You can read about architecture and all. You don't have to go here, but you will understand that it is developed by Moonshot. Okay, Moonshot is some organization, and you can go to their website and then you can read more exploration. I'm trying to tell you everything you want to explore about agentic AI space. The latest information will always be available on website. All right. So Hugging Face and Ollama are the free sources, but the constraint is you will have to, have a good computer configuration. Then we are going for API sources. API sources are also of two types. One is public and one is private. So private AI agents, private brains, who are the market leaders. When you're using any cloud service, okay, the global market leaders in current cloud industry is, let me tell you, first one is AWS, Amazon Web Services. Amazon gives you something called as Amazon Bedrock. So just how OpenAI gives you ChatGPT, Amazon gives you AWS Bedrock. Bedrock is the name of their AI agent, the brain which we want to use. Second one is GCP. GCP is another cloud, Google Cloud platform, and Google Cloud platforms offers us their AI agent whose name is Vertex AI. What I'm trying to tell you, I'm telling you different names of the different services by different organizations. Third one, we have Azure. Okay, Azure is made by, again, Microsoft, and the kind of AI agent is it provides is Foundry. Azure Foundry. So these are the private sources where you can get your AI agents from. These are very highly reliable, very costly, and very highly reliable. We can trust them, very secure. And when do we use them? Whenever we are making a system on top of our cloud, that is when we use these kind of services, right? Secondly, we have a direct source, right? First we had public and private. In private, we had a cloud source. Now we are talking about public. How can we use the models? How can we use the brains which are publicly available for the people to use? Okay, so the direct sources, the three market leaders are OpenAI, so which means ChatGPT. Second is Google. So Google Gemini. I think I should write the names. OpenAI, so GPT, Google Gemini, and all these models have their different variants. And the third, currently the most amazing framework going on, is Claude. Claude also has different models. Claude is currently leading the market space like anything. Claude is the best brain which you guys can use, right? So these are the direct providers and these are the paid providers. Gemini gives you a free trial. OpenAI does not give you a free trial. Claude does not give you a free trial. You have to, go towards the paid plan only. Then we have something interesting called as aggregators. I will talk about aggregators. I will show you. We have the most famous aggregator is Grok, and it is free. I will show you Grok right now. Check this out. Okay. So see, I will go to something called as Grok, Grok, grok.com. Okay. Now what is Grok? Grok helps us to use the brains initially for free. Okay. So every time we will be developing our AI agents, we will be using Grok because Grok gives us generous free tiers. Let us go to, start building Grok. And we can see all the models it provides us. So see, when I go to playground, these are all the models which Grok provides us. Okay. And we will do this right now. It will be amazing. We will do this task right now. These are all the models provided by Grok. Many models, OpenAI model, Whisper Large, all for free. We can use all of them for free. See, Alibaba Group, Canopy Labs, all for free. Let us talk about another source, OpenRouter. Okay, OpenRouter is another source. Now what is model aggregator? Basically an organization, a public service which gives us a list of models all at one place. They have aggregated all the models at one place. That is what model aggregator is, right? Now if I go to this another place called as OpenRouter. OpenRouter is an aggregator, and OpenRouter also helps us to use many models. See, these are all the models which we can use in the free tier only, and we can also leverage OpenRouter. So for AutoGen we use OpenRouter. For LangChain we use Grok because LangChain works with Grok, and AutoGen works with OpenRouter. So different solutions also we have to know, right? OpenRouter, and thirdly we have Light LLM. Light LLM is also a aggregator. Okay, I can search that for you. See, Light LLM. On Light LLM also you can check all their models and everything. It has 40k stars and a lot of things. Okay, now let us do an amazing task. Okay, I will be sharing a link, this link. Okay. And what we will do is we will use it on our own ends. You all can use it on your own ends. Okay, I will be providing this link. So this is the link. And now we will understand the concept of API as well, right? Let me show you first and then you can do it. Okay, let me show you first. So see, if you want to use this HR policy assistant, enter your Grok API key. Okay. And once you enter your Grok API key, you can also use this AI agent. Now what I will do, I will search in front of you. I will go to Grok and I will search Grok API key. When I search this Grok API key, I will get API keys. I will have to log in on Grok. Once I log in on Grok, I can create an API key, HR agent. I can just simply create an API key. I will have an option over there itself. I can submit it and I will get an API key. Check this out. Okay. See, I got an API key. If I copy this API key and go to my HR policy agent, and in this sidebar, I paste my API key and press enter, my agent will be started. See, my agent will be started. And I will be able to see all the data and I can chat with my agent like, who are you? And it will tell us who it is. So yeah, that was all about the various kind of LLM providers we have. Okay, we have APIs and open source. For open source, we need good computer configuration. Then when we talk about API, you saw how I created an API key. I went to the website. So in order to use the Grok models, I will have to access their API key. Once I get their API key, I can use it in my software. Okay, so public and private API keys. Private are clouds, AWS, GCP and Azure. And public are direct and aggregators. Direct are paid ones, so we did not go for that. And one of the aggregators we went ahead with Grok because Grok is the fastest and gives us generous free tires, very good free tire. And then we used Grok aggregator. If you also see in this, you can switch between different Grok models. See, you can switch between different Grok models from here, chat models. See, different models I have given you. So please try it out and let me know. And that was it, people. Now you know what are AI agents, the difference between single and multiple AI agents, different frameworks involved in making these AI agentic systems, and lastly, which brain to choose for our AI agent systems, right? So I hope you really enjoyed these videos and see you soon in the upcoming videos.